This is the photograph that I'm going to use today for my demo. And I just want to walk you through a few things here, measurement-wise. So we know that the center axis, top of the head to chin, we have the center axis here that goes right down and splits the center of the face. The eyes are halfway within that center axis. So again, when you're working from a photograph, the nice thing is you can measure, but you can do this even when you're working from life. So if I want to check, I measure the halfway point, and I can see that it's pretty close to the top of the head. Remember, these are general rules and guidelines. The next mark that I need to make is to find the hairline. So in this case, the hairline is right about here on him, and you will measure down from the top of the head to see how far that down you'll make that mark. The next is to find the brow bone. That's this area right here. And usually the head divides into thirds, from the hairline to the brow bone, from the brow bone to the bottom of the nose, and from the bottom of the nose into the chin. So I'm looking for those thirds. Once I have that positioned, then I'm good to look for the width of the face relative to the height. So I want to take a measurement at the halfway mark, just a little bit lower, because that's the widest portion of the face. So once I have that, I compare it to the height of the face. And what I notice is just at the brow bone. So I'm going to take that measurement, compare it to what I've drawn, and put that down. So once I have the height to width ratio correct, then I can begin to put in some other things. I can begin to put in what we call the envelope, which is this outer edge of the head and hairline. I use the negative spaces around shapes to help guide me. So I'm constantly looking at these areas to see what kind of shapes they are. Where do things start and stop and connect to things that I've already drawn? Once I have the envelope completed, I can go in and start putting in the interior areas. And again, I'm looking at the width of things. How wide? What is this negative space? What's that look like? How much room is there between things? And I will finish the envelope. Once the envelope's completed, then I'm going to start placing the features. So what we do know is that the width of the nostrils generally is equal to the inside corner of the eye. So this space between the eyes is one eye in width. And I can check that. The width from here to here should be 5 eyes. So again, I'm going to check that. So there's the width of the eye. There's 1. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right? So I can use that to check myself. The next is the mouth line. And really, all I'm interested in drawing is this line right here. Not the lips, just the line. And I want to make sure that I place it correctly. So if I divide this space between the bottom of the nose and the chin into thirds, then I place that lip line somewhere around the first third. How wide do I make it? Well, I draw lines up to the eye, and I noticed where the end of the lip line and where it lines up with the eye. And that way I can get that line wide enough. And this is important. If you don't make the mouth wide enough, the person couldn't open their mouth. So this is longer than we often think it is. Once we have that, then we can go in and put in the features themselves.